I wish... You know... Okay, so when you're playing Grand Theft Auto, you're in a lobby, an online lobby. You're playing Grand Theft Auto 5 online, specifically. I guess I should have started with that. And anyone who's ever played a Grand Theft Auto 5 online, you look at the player list that you're sharing a lobby with, and you look at their levels, and depending on the level they're at, and your experience with the game, you'll probably think to yourself, oh, I should not fuck with this guy, because he's going to have this weapon, and this is available to him at that level, and blah, blah, blah. This whole tangent, this whole build-up is, I don't like it when people ask, or they feel the need to constantly tell me that guac is extra. I'm a veteran at Chipotle. I'm at least a level 56. I've been asked a million times over whether it would be okay or not if it was charged extra. And my answer every time has been yes. So put the fucking guacamole on my burrito.
Has anybody ever said no guacamole?
Like what, they got asked that question, like, oh, it costs extra, and they're like, oh, actually, no thanks, I won't take guac.
The only people that are unwilling to pay extra for guacamole never asked for it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid assholes.
Mm-hmm.
They're allergic to avocados. Well, they never had an avocado.
That's why they'll never know the God's great glory of avocado toast.
Or they're from the deep backwoods South, where they live in a trailer with all 6 of their cousins, and we just butt fuck each other. Have you ever heard of incest with any other group other than white people? Because I have not.
You're right.
And going back to your little level 6 dude, or level 56, I think that'd be pretty cool if you could just have like I've been to Walmart 56 times in my life, or I don't know, whatever. They could just have like a little display somewhere on you, or like a little screen where people can like have a fucking eye, or like, oh, he's a level 56 Chipotle customer. He knows that guac is extra. We don't have to ask him this anymore. That would be awesome.
That would be fucking amazing, yes.
So then it's like, oh, well, some lady comes into I'm recycling jokes in the exact same podcast. Oh, well, some lady comes into the hospital and she's pregnant. And she's like a level 56 welfare recipient. So, of course, she's going to keep it. I don't know.
Of course. Yeah, so no one's going to ask, like, I wonder what you're doing here today.
I'm a level 6 inbred. Something like that. I'm an inbred in training.
Lady's walking out of an abortion clinic, no tears. Everyone around is going like, what's going on with her? And the guy's like, can't you see? She's level 98.
Holy fuck!
She's a fucking champion.
She's a Stargate for her vagina. It's like a portal at this point. Rick and Morty just popping out of that bitch. Well, it looks the same color as a green portal, too.
Yeah. It's just portal straight to hell.
We'll do it for babies.
Yeah. Everything that comes through it dies.
It's a delivery system straight to hell. Something just like they're getting born. The water slide into Satan's mouth.
Just baby birding it.
I'm so glad we revolved back to this whole thing, because when we were talking about throwing babies off cliffs last night at work, out of nowhere, Kyle, who I want to make a guest on this eventually, was like, we should just start eating babies, because we were talking about overpopulation, I think. And we're like, dude, that'd be great. And we're talking about veal, like lamb veal and cow veal and stuff. Like, that'd be perfect. And then I told them I wouldn't eat a dirty orphan. Not because, you don't know where their parents have been or whatever, but because, most of the time when I picture an orphan, they're usually dirty. Fucking Oliver Twist messed me up.
It's just unhygienic. I don't want to catch salmonella in my orphan.
But think about it. We bred cows and chickens to eat them, eggs. Nowadays, medical science and medicine has made it so people can eradicate, if they have the money, they can eradicate Down syndrome and other things in their children before they're born. We can start harvesting babies to eat. Even adults. Maybe we can age them like wine and eat them then.
Do you think, you know this is going to be a thing, like once genetic modification, like embryonic genetic modification becomes legal, actually I think it's already legal, I just don't know if they're doing it yet because of money reasons or, I don't know.
Religious reasons?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what, I don't know if it's going on already, or if it's still just barely overhead the horizon, like if it's still in the future, but regardless, it's going to become a thing. And you know that as soon as it becomes a thing and it becomes pretty commonplace, like more and more families are doing it, imagine the first time, like let's say a black couple where both the mom and dad are both like 100% black, and they go in and...
Are you saying like super, super black, or just like they're 100% black?
Like, yeah, like as in like they are like dark.
Okay.
Like they are fucking black.
Okay.
And like there's no denying it. And they fucking, because of racial stigmas and cultural bullshit, they get an all-white baby through genetic modification, and how much controversy that's going to stir, and how that's going to be all over the news for at least a month before there's something else.
Well, yeah, until they bring Casey Anthony back into the news. That's what they're trying to do right now.
Really?
Yeah, they found new evidence.
My favorite person?
Yeah.
Stickers?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
The person who buried her daughter, right?
Yeah.
With stickers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess she talked to a cellmate, and they can't bring the case back up because of double jeopardy. But yeah, dude, if two super, super black people get together and they bang and have a kid, like that's where albinos come from. And you know what's fucked up is they've done studies where they'll give white kids dolls, and they'll be like, "Which one do you want?" And they'll pick the white doll. Which one looks like you? The white doll. And they go, "Which one's the bad doll?" And they pick the black doll. These are kids. And they come from, I don't know if they come from racist families or what, but they're like, it's ingrained in their brain to think black people are already bad. And it's so fucking heartbreaking because then they give the dolls to the black kid, to a little black girl. May have been a black boy, whatever. And they go, which doll is the good doll? White kid. Which doll is the bad doll? The black doll. Which one looks like you? And they see the black doll and they go, this one, and then they automatically, it clicks in their brain and they get really sad. You can see it in their eyes, and it fucking sucks.
Damn. That's gotta like instantaneously just like fucking just take their world and just fucking fling it. Like, what the fuck just happened to my reality just now? What did you do? What did you just say? Take it back. I don't want to feel like this.
Well, it's based on the kids' opinions. All the adults ask is questions.
Right.
And it's so fucking, dude, it's really sad.
That is real fucked up.
But yeah, if we started cloning babies just for consumption, we would cure world hunger.
Absolutely.
There's probably baby in this right now. Man, it's probably plastic baby in this burrito right now.
You're right. We probably had fucking clone baby for so long, but we never perfected our like pipeline system, so there's plastic in our baby. So whether we're eating fish or baby, we're still digesting plastic. God damn it!
There's too much mercury in my baby.
Waiter, there's some hair in my baby. This one still has a toe in it.
Excuse me. I asked for boneless baby wings.
Can you imagine, like, it's Thanksgiving dinner at a really fancy-ass home, like millionaires or whatever, and where there would normally be a pig's head, they take off the silver platter. It's a baby head with an apple in its mouth.
I can't picture that. I can't picture that at all.
Oh.
Rich people will buy the whole baby.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what they do with the pigs, right? The rich people, they'll have like the pig corpse, and it's just like kind of folded in a way with the apple in its mouth.
Oh, okay. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody eats the pig head.
I think it's just for decoration.
Why would you eat a baby head? You're not going to get any knowledge out of that thing. Other than, death and destruction and being awake for 10 seconds before. I think I kind of inadvertently just made an Anthony Jeselnik reference.
You're going to get the knowledge that being alive for 10 seconds is far better than being alive for 10, 20, 30 plus 40, 50, 60, 70 years.
80, 90, 100, 110, 120 years?
Dude, I don't know if we've talked about this yet, but Gabe was telling me during a conversation not too far off from some of those ones that we have, that but he actually personally believes that overpopulation isn't the reason that it's doing us in. Like, he thinks that that's actually really no fucking factor at all. But he's 100% fucking behind, like, complaining about climate change and global warming and stuff. And we were talking about it and the state of our world and how animals, especially like bees and stuff, pollinators and stuff, are going extinct. And rainforests are getting cut down, blah, 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 climate change, yada, yada. And I don't know if he had a source in mind when he told me this, or if he credited a source at all, or if he just straight up said this, or if he said something ambiguous like, oh, scientists say. But he told me, and it sounds legit to me, that...
I'm trying to record here, sir. Turn your fucking engine down.
Yeah, you faggot. That he told me that we have 100 years tops, and that's with our best efforts. Like, even if we do everything we can right now and in the future to try and stop global warming, try to reverse things, even with our best efforts, we have 100 years tops before the world is unlivable.
That's too long from now.
That is...
I want to be around when it ends.
But that's what I'm... Like, as soon as he said that, I was like, you know what? I didn't want to live past 50, but if it means seeing the world end...
That's weird, me neither.
I'll shoot for 100.
You know how weird of a cause that would be?
Right, motivation just to see the world end? Fuck yeah. I'll start exercising and eating right just now, but not fish, because they're plastic.
What?
Just mention that way too much.
Plastic fish?
Yeah, well, fish in general, yeah. Oh, I was going to say, as we were walking out, I've just been watching a lot of fish stuff lately. There's a documentary series on Netflix I found called The Blue Planet. It was made in 2001, but it was from the BBC, and British accents are, like, perfect, and they can make you listen/watch anything. And it's true. I mean, I've always kind of had a fascination/attraction to water, almost as if fire wasn't truly supposed to be my element. Water is, but I don't know. I don't know.
Leaving that to the hippies.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Let them rearrange the charts and the zodiacs and all that. But fucking is my favorite thing to do. Anyway, I love water and fish, animals, and like sea creatures and all that. I always kind of have. And just about a month ago or so, I was looking into what it would take to become like a professional scuba diver and how you would get into a career with all that. Yeah, I actually got into it pretty, like, a lot. And there's a guy at work.
I'm not even be professional though. What the fuck?
Well, like underwater welders, marine biologists. You know, there's things out there when you actually start to think about it.
Dude, I'm gonna put this to you straight. You change your fucking major in college more than I change my underwear, and I don't wear underwear.
Well, I don't have a major in college.
So it works out.
But there's a guy at work who he's my manager actually, and we were on the topic one time, and he said that getting high and watching Ancient Aliens was his favorite thing to do. Like that's his number one hobby. And you know,
a harbor?
yeah, I guess so. And then thinking about like, you know, that's exactly me and Sam's thing. I was just like, oh shit, like that's awesome. That's what me and my friend do, blah blah blah. But I was thinking about it more and more, like, man, I want a thing. Like as much as I like watching Ancient Aliens, like that's not 100% me. So I found this documentary series on Netflix one time, and I was high, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna give this a shot. Like Sam and this guy at work, his name is Mac, like they have their like aliens thing, but I really love sea creatures. Like I'm gonna see what this does for me. And so I watched the first 2 episodes, and I had one of those experiences, which, you know, I can only say is just selfishly is like, no one, it's one of those experiences like you can't expect anybody to understand. Like I would tell you like, oh yeah dude, I watched like fucking 5 hours about fish, dude, and you're gonna look at me like, cool, that's great. Like no one's gonna give a fuck. But me watching it, I was like blown away. I was literally at the edge of my seat like, what the fuck is that? Is that a kind of jellyfish? No fucking way. Like just watching episode after episode. But yeah, I fucking love fish, and so yeah, fish are constantly on my mind.
You should like get a fish tattoo.
I should. Of a jellyfish, because they're immortal. And
what?
They're biologically immortal, and nothing is their predator. Meaning that jellyfish are like the badasses of the earth. Because they're never eaten by anything, and, well, except for sometimes other jellyfish, which is also badass.
So they're cannibals too?
Yeah, they're...
Okay. How about this? Dickhead.
Faggot.
Way too loud.
Faggot.
You're polluting the earth with your noise, and probably your exhaust. But the noise is more important to me.
Faggot!
Fucking Nevada drivers with your fucking big old trucks and little dicks, and, you know, no care for the planet. Anyway,
that's the main thing.
Nobody would willingly, unless you're a dumb child, nobody would willingly plug in a frayed cord and try to eat that. They don't want electric spaghetti. Oh, we should call the podcast Electric Spaghetti. How many episodes are we in right now? We're like 8 episodes in, and we have no fucking name for this thing.
We did, but I guess we just...
It was crack and AIDS, and I was like, I don't like that very much. And then I thought space fish was a good idea.
Crack and AIDS?
Yeah.
Like Kraken is in the sea creature,
No,
right?
we were talking about crack and AIDS.
Right.
And then then we changed it to a Kraken with AIDS kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But nobody would willingly plug in an electric cord that is plugged into nothing and just chew on that shit. So it makes sense as to why jellyfish are not eaten by things.
Well, that's what I was starting to think when they were really talking about jellyfish too. I was starting to wonder, and I didn't Google it yet, unfortunately, but I was wondering, like, are all jellyfish electrical? Do they all have that ability, that defense mechanism? But like I said, I haven't Googled it yet. One thing, though, I can tell you, besides the fact that they're biologically immortal, and for anybody who doesn't know, they are biologically immortal because they de-age.
What?
Jellyfish
are they Benjamin Button animals?
Yeah, dude. Jellyfish and actually lobsters, certain breeds of lobsters apparently can do this too. They have the ability to de-age. So like anytime they're getting up there in years or whatever the fuck their lifespan is, they just de-age, and they're able to do that in infinite amount of times. So they are able to stay alive as long as possible through aging and then de-aging. What they do is they basically like revert themselves back to their form in like puberty, and then they just go through puberty again, and like they They basically just relive their lives, and they just do that as many times as they want to until like they just get bored and like say fuck it, like commit immortal suicide, or something happens, like they catch a disease that keeps them from doing it again, or in the off chance that like cannibal jellyfish comes around and eats them. And the rare off chance that is, but yeah, they're
jellyfish. Well, I was gonna say if jellyfish are immortal, why don't we just use them as a fuel source? Jellyfish-powered cars.
Right, just keep a live jellyfish in your engine or something.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope as fuck.
Fuck yeah. Well, there's deep sea jellyfish, not just jellyfish, fish too. Like you know about anglerfish with the white on their heads and stuff.
Saw that in Finding Nemo. That shit's nuts.
Yeah, there's actually a fuck ton of different fish that do that. In fact, one of my new favorite fish that I can't remember the name of.
Wow, this is your favorite then.
It has the ability, dude. How the fuck can people not believe in aliens or be close-minded at all when there are things in the ocean that are fucking as crazy as they are? There's a creature out there. I don't even know if it's actually a fish. It may be a type of like a shrimp or a sea bug or of some site, of some kind, what I mean. But what it does is down there in the deep sea.
Hold this while you're talking.